an example of when this has happened some other time? I'm sure this isn't the first time you've had to cut a program or cut a major or whatever. When was the last time that this would have happened?
So a couple of years ago, the MEMS Nano program was cut. A little bit different situation, but
What program was that?
MEMS Nano in engineering.
Okay.
Yeah. The SRES was slated to go on a glide path or what have you, but since that time, it was decided that we would continue with the SRES program in engineering.
That, what's that stand for?
Oh, I'm sorry, Sustainable and Renewable Energy Systems. And one of the things that we're faced with in the current budget climate is that universities in general have a very difficult time doing prioritization, and we're really good at adding programs and not really good at the other side of things. And obviously that's not sustainable. Yes, please.
So the SRES, they mostly did a GoFundMe page. So is that still a viable option for us then?
As in order to like retain the
Yeah,
feature.
because what they did, majority of the money or the funding came from their GoFundMe page, and alumni basically funded the program back in the day.
They did help fund an FTE there. In relation to the FTE is not the issue. We already have 4 FTE, 4 positions supporting the program. The issue is the opposite. There's not the number of students related to 4 FTE. To give you another example, we have another program with 76 majors. It has 1 FTE supporting the entire thing. So from that aspect, it's not the issue. What we look at is projected enrollments ahead of time, and it will become an issue. How do we support those 4 faculty if we don't have the students there in the classes? Yes?
Okay, with the engineering program
Yeah.
and a few other programs, they have summer camp where they go out and recruit high school students that might come here. Why? Have we thought about things like that to do?
Yeah, we've actually, we haven't done an engineering expo. We did have BILSA days. Previously, we used to have like a BILSA contest day that everybody participated in. The reality is the turnout wasn't the same. The return on the investment wasn't the same.
So we tried that with this program.
We had I think you had student ambassadors.
Yeah,
This was
student
before.
ambassadors a while
I think
back.
this is one before it came to the
We
school
used to have
business. You had some student ambassadors,
We used to do a media day.
media days, yeah.
Yep.
That's not been done for a while.
So some of those happen to.
I think it was
Yeah, we have that week.
So essentially, are you going to be mixing a little bit of media with business then, or is that just going to be completely dropped off? I guess is my straightforward question. Or is there still going to be classes served in business that will somewhat relate to media?
Depends on the area. I'm sorry about all the depends on, but that's really what it comes down to. I mean, I really think that public relations there seems to be a demand for that. And so we'd like to explore the moving into that direction. There are the marketing folks are working with getting more of the graphic design and web development stuff used in the marketing emphasis. So we'd like to be able to transition some of these skills into an area business or a standalone emphasis.
Relatedly, digital marketing is
Yeah, the
is a
other,
hot
yeah,
area.
digital marketing's another piece that's really hot.
So, say she's missing a 400 class in PR, you're not offering it, could she take a 400 in marketing to substitute?
I mean, again, work that out with your advisor. Yes, certainly, there's options out there. With public relations, you know, there's a nice, usually we can find a pretty nice balance out of the English area. They've really done some work on their professional writing area, which is an important skill in public relations, obviously. So we're trying to find ways to collaborate with other majors to help work this out.
Okay, I've heard a lot about the PR side and the web development side. Where would a audio-video emphasis, where would we look for our substitutes? There's really, as far as what I've seen, there's really not a whole lot of comparable around campus.
There, we may have to rely on some portfolio courses, maybe skill sets, or maybe like an independent study, or something where you're building some skill sets, you're working directly with Dr. Snyder or Dr. Young to develop some of those skills.
So to enroll in the major, is that completely off limits now? Because I know some people that are like some freshmen that are still considering having media studies as a major right now, but they haven't done so because they're in undecided majors right now. So is it completely off limits now, or when does that kick in?
Well, that's part of the governance process. It takes time, honestly. So it's got to go through the School of Business, it's got to go through the college, and it has to go through the university governance. And then even after that, due to system policy, there's even a 4-week kind of notice timeline associated with that. So it does take time. As this progresses, you know, for a new student coming in, if they don't have a lot of classes already in media studies, I don't know if that would be a logical choice. Honestly. Yes.
So just to clarify, the answer is yes, that it's still open because this governance process is taking a certain amount of time?
Yep.
Okay. Do we know when? Do you have an estimation, or do you not know?
So I would say what I would like to see, but then again, governance process takes time. If we could get things done by December in regards to enrolling into the major, that would be ideal, because then as students are coming in the following fall, they understand that that's no longer an option.
So 3 years.
What's that?
So 3 years. The freshmen who are decided in media studies will finish out?
Yes.